Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, San Carolinian learners. Airing live from the mango bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning in to CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner.
Aloha afternoon once again and welcome to our class. Welcome to Earth and Life Science class. And today we will be talking another topic which is Okay, so this afternoon we will be dealing with another topic, and this is actually with regards to the continuation of the topic that we had last week. Okay, so this is still quarter 2, however, this is already in module 7. Alright, so let's have the next topic for this. Okay, so the topic that we will be having is the organ systems of representative animals. So again, this is quarter 2, module 7. Alright, so before we end this topic or at the end of this lesson, you should be able to analyze and appreciate the functional relationships of the different organ systems in ensuring animal survival. Okay. So, before we start, I would like to check how far do you understand our previous lesson. So, this activity, we will be calling this a perfect match. So, what you will do is match the given body system in column A to the given functions in column B and identify the major organs involved in column C. So, let's start. Are you ready? Okay. So, I would like you to get ready with your pen and paper, because this time you will do your first activity. Again, so I have here the column A, B, and C. And I am going to give you 30 seconds for you to read, understand, and analyze for you to answer it. So your 30 seconds starts now. Down to 3 seconds. Alright, so time is up. So, let's have your answer. Okay, so the first system that we have there is the digestive system. So, what do you think is the function and the organs that involve in this system? So, the answer is? Okay, so the answer is letter C in the column B and letter D in column C. Okay, very good. Next, we have the other organ or system. The urinary or excretory system. So the answer, the function is in letter A. And the major parts involved are in letter C. Very good. What about on the third one, the respiratory system? Okay, so the function is in letter B, all right? And the major parts are in letter E. There you go. And then for the fourth one, the nervous system. So the function is found in letter E, and the major organs are found in letter A. Very good. And the last one, we have the circulatory system, and the function is in letter D, and the major organs are found in letter B. Very good. So I hope you got it right because this was our topic last week. Okay, so let's move on. All right. So this time, let me check how far do you have knowledge on this lesson. So what you will do, identify whether the given body system correlates with the situation given. So if your answer is correct, then you have to write fact. But if it's not, then you have to write bluff. So are you ready? Okay, so let's start with the first one. Okay. So the first situation or scenario is when food is pushed down the esophagus to the stomach, the body system involved are the digestive system and muscular system. Is it a fact or a bluff? And the answer is, it's a fact. Very good. Now let's have the second one. When respiratory system and muscular interact, they allow the inhalation and exhalation of gases in the lungs through the help of accessory muscles. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is, it's a fact. Very good. Now let's move on to the next one. We have when the glands of the brain control functions of the body, meaning the endocrine system and the urinary system are at work. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is, it's a bluff. Very good. Next, let's have the next one. Our respiratory system and circulatory system are responsible in taking in oxygen for the delivery to the cells and removes carbon dioxide brought from the cell. So is it a fact or a bluff? Your answer is, it's a fact. Very good. And last but not the least, we have our immune system and urinary system are working together. When the brain sends signals to the person needs to go to the bathroom for urination, is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is, it's a bluff. Okay, so I do understand that some of you will not be getting the correct answer. So I would like you to take down notes of the correct answers because we will be going back to those, okay, as we go on to our lesson this afternoon. Okay, so let's have the next part. So I would like you to watch this short video presentation or video clip for you to have an idea on what our lesson this afternoon. So with this, again, get ready with your pen and paper and you can jot down notes, okay? So let's start.
The human body is composed of many parts. Each part of the body has a specific function. Scientists divide the human body into systems to better understand how its parts interact with each other to function as a whole. A body system is a group of body parts that work together to perform a certain job. For example, the skin, hair, and nails are part of a system called the integumentary system, which protects the body from its environment. The immune system is another example of a system that protects the body. It consists of a complex network of organs, tissues, and cells, such as white blood cells, that help the body recognize and destroy foreign substances and fight off infections. Some body systems work together to complete a job. For example, the respiratory and circulatory systems work together to provide the body with oxygen and to rid the body of carbon dioxide. The lungs provide a place where oxygen can reach the blood and carbon dioxide can be removed from it. Other body systems share a common organ that performs more than one job. For example, the pancreas serves both the digestive system and the endocrine system. In the digestive system, the pancreas helps break down food into nutrients by secreting enzymes into the small intestine to digest fats, starches, and proteins. As part of the endocrine system, the pancreas produces two kinds of hormones, insulin and glucagon, to regulate the amount of glucose or sugar in the blood. Glucose is the main source of energy for the body's cells. Insulin travels through the bloodstream to help cells remove glucose from the blood and use it. The hormone glucagon causes the liver to add glucose to the blood. Together, the hormones insulin and glucagon, supplied by the pancreas, keep glucose in the blood at a healthy level. Although scientists categorize groups of organs into different body systems, these systems do not work in isolation. A disorder in one system can cause other systems to break down. For example, the pancreas may fail to produce enough of the hormone insulin. This causes the level of glucose in the bloodstream to rise, and a condition known as diabetes mellitus results. Other body systems, including the digestive, circulatory, and excretory systems, are affected by the disease. Symptoms include excessive urination, thirst, loss of appetite, poor circulation, and vomiting. If left untreated, coma and death can follow. Diabetes is managed by injections of insulin and small, regularly spaced meals and snacks to keep the amount of glucose in the blood at a steady and normal level. The human body is beautifully complex. Although each body system performs a different role, all the systems work together to keep the entire body healthy. Learning how these systems interact can help us understand how food, exercise, and disease affect more than just a single system.
What about what do you know about the video clip now that you have watched? Okay, what does it tell us? Okay, so it tells us that each individual body system works in conjunction with other body systems. And the circulatory system is a good example of how body systems interact with each other. Our heart pumps blood through a complex network of blood vessels. When the blood circulates to the digestive system, for example, it picks up the nutrients that the body absorbed from our last meal. So the body also carries oxygen inhaled by the lungs. And the circulatory system delivers oxygen and nutrients to the other cells of the body, then picks up any waste products created by these cells, including carbon dioxide, and delivers these waste products to the kidneys and lungs for disposal. Meanwhile, the circulatory system carries hormones from the endocrine system and the immune system's white blood cells that fight off infection. Each of the body systems relies on each other to work well. So it's like working together and no man is an island. So we need each other to work on. And that is also how body system works. So the respiratory system relies on the circulatory system to deliver the oxygen it gathers. Well, the muscles of the heart cannot function without the oxygen that they receive from the lungs. Our bones, or the bones of the skull and spine, protects the brain and spinal cord. But the brain regulates the position of the bones by controlling the muscles. The circulatory system provides the brain with a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood, while the brain regulates heart rate and blood pressure. Even seemingly unrelated body systems are connected. For example, the skeletal system relies on the urinary system to remove waste produced by bone cells. So in return, the bones of the skeleton create structure that protects the bladder and other urinary system organs. So with this, the circulatory system delivers oxygen-rich blood to the bones. And meanwhile, the bones are busy making blood cells. So working together, this system maintains internal stability and balance, otherwise known as homeostasis. Okay, so let me check how far do you understand our lesson or the discussion about what that I have mentioned and the video that you have watched. So you have to complete this table, okay, by listing the body system that interact together to each scenario being described. So I will be giving you the interaction or a particular scenario, then you will tell me what systems are involved. Okay, so are you ready? I guess so. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so the lungs supply oxygen carried by the blood cells of the body. So what are the system involved in this interaction? The answer is respiratory system and circulatory system. Very good. Now let's have the next one. What about nutrients passed into the circulatory system to be carried to the body cells? Very obvious. The answer is, we have the digestive and circulatory system. Okay, next, let's have the next interaction. Kidneys remove waste from the blood or from blood. So we have urinary or the excretory system and circulatory system. So these are the systems that involve in this interaction. Next, what about the movement of diaphragm in breathing? Okay, so we have respiratory system and the muscular system. Very good. What about this one? Production of blood cells in bone marrow. So the answer is, okay, we have immune system. And together with the immune system, we also have the skeletal system. Right? Next interaction is the daily movement and coordination. So the systems involved are muscular system and our nervous system. Very good. And here, the daily pumping of the heart and the blood. So we have the muscular and circulatory system. Okay, what about this one? When we chew, swallow the food, the movement of the food through the digestive tract. So what are the system involves? Okay, so we have digestive system, very obvious, and the muscular system. Next interaction, the pulmonary veins brings blood to the lungs back to the heart. So what are the systems involved? We have the respiratory system and circulatory system. Okay, down to the last one, muscle in the leg cause the tibia and the fibula bones to move forward like this. So what are the system involved? So we have the muscular, and we have our skeletal system. Okay, so those are just a few interactions wherein different systems are involved. Now let's move on to the other activity. I would like you to supply the missing word to complete the sentences below. So this time, you will put the missing word or the missing terms in order to complete the sentence. First sentence we have, the digestive system relies on the blank system to provide the nutrients to the entire body of the organism. So what do you think is it? Okay, so your answer is circulatory system. Okay, next, what about this one? The respiratory system provides oxygen to the different blank system. Your answer is organ system. Okay. Next, we have number 3. Carbon dioxide from cells is delivered from the circulatory system back to the blank system so it can exit to the body. So what do you think is this? The answer is the respiratory system. Okay, next one. What about the circulatory system carries the waste from throughout the organism to the blank system, which takes care of excreting the waste from the organism. Remember from the word excreting, the answer is? Your answer is? Urinary or excretory system. Okay, and the last one is the circulatory system and the blank system interact to deliver oxygen to and to remove carbon dioxide from cells. So what do you think it is? The answer is respiratory system. There you go. I think you are getting our lesson this afternoon. So for those who are not able to get the correct answer, please take down notes, okay? All right. What about let's have this activity? What we call is that let's talk about it. So let's have a heart-to-heart talk about this matter. Anyway, okay, so let's have the first one. How do the body systems function? Based from the lesson that we have, based from the video that you have watched, how do our body systems function? Anybody? Okay. So our body system are actually relying from one another and they function as one. Without the other system will not function well. So they need one another to function. And What do you think will happen if one organ is missing or not functioning well? So this is just related to the first question. So what will happen is that, what do you feel as a person, as a human being, if one of your organ is not functioning well? Yes, you will feel what? You feel weak, you feel ill, and like you are suffering from something that sometimes you cannot explain how you feel because some of your organ is no longer functioning, it's not functioning well. Okay, now at this time of pandemic, especially in our daily activities, how do you take good care of your organ system? Okay, especially you guys, how do you take good care of your organ system? I know you're very fond of eating, you are very fond of playing online games during your extra time. So how do you take good care of your organ system? Okay, so you have to eat balanced diet. Okay, you have to do regular exercise. Okay, don't just keep on sitting or lying down on your bed. Okay, and of course you have to take multivitamins or vitamins, especially at this time of pandemic. We have to take in vitamin C. All right, and of course this is very important to you all guys that you have to take at least 8 to 10 hours sleep completely. Okay, all right. So with that, let me just give you this one for you to deepen or reflect on what Aristotle said. He said that the whole is more than the sum of its parts. So what do you think is the meaning of this? How will you relate this line from him, from the topic that we are discussing right now? The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Yes, it is better working as a group, okay, than working alone or just working as two. So as just like the organ system, they need one another or the different organs in order to function well. Okay, so let's have the next one. With this, I would like to assess your learning from our topic this afternoon. So what you will do, again, prepare your pen and paper. You have to read this statement, then answer the question that follows. Write the chosen letter of your answer on a separate sheet of paper. So I guess you already have your pen and paper with you, and get ready. Okay, so the first question is, which of the following is an example of endocrine system directly interacting with the nervous system? A, the vertebrae protect the spinal cord from injury. B, hormones provide feedback that affects neutral processing. C, sensory receptors in bones send signals about body position to the brain. Or D, the brain sends signals that controls the speed at which food moves through the intestine. Okay, and so write your answer because I will be revealing the correct answer right after. Okay, so did you write your answer now? Okay, let's see who got the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is B, or letter B. Hormones provide feedback that affects neutral processing. Next, let's move on to the second one. During the final stages of human gestation, receptors to the hormone oxytocin increase on the smooth muscle cells of the uterus. The release of the oxytocin during labor stimulates the smooth muscle tissue in the wall of the uterus. The vigorous contraction of the uterine smooth muscle helps push the baby through the birth canal so that delivery can occur. Now, this process involves the interaction of which organ systems? Okay? So, is it A, the endocrine and the reproductive only? B, the endocrine and muscular only? C, the endocrine, the muscular, and the reproductive system? Or D, the endocrine, the reproductive, and the excretory? So, write your answer now, guys. And the answer is letter C. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Kidneys are part of the excretory system. They purify the impure blood and send it back to the rest of the body. So which system is mainly responsible for the transport of plasma to the kidneys? Okay, very obvious. A, is it the circulatory systems? B, the respiratory system? C, the nervous system? Or D, the muscular system? The answer is circulatory system. Very good. What two body systems, okay, we're now on number 4. What two body systems are most useful in getting nutrients from the food that you eat? Okay, A, is it muscular and the endocrine systems? B, nervous and digestive system? C, nervous and circulatory systems? Or D, circulatory and digestive system? The answer is the circulatory and the digestive system. Very good. Next, let's have the 5th one. What two systems work together to provide body cells with constant supply of oxygen while removing the carbon dioxide waste? Is it A, circulatory and respiratory system? B, muscular and circulatory system? C, nervous and circulatory systems? D, nervous and immune systems? And your answer, guys, is letter A. Okay, now let's move on. Which two systems alert the young bird from danger and help produce the vomit it uses as a defense? Is it A, excretory and immune? B, muscular and digestive? C, nervous and digestive? D, urinary and muscular? The answer is letter C, the nervous and digestive system. Okay, number 7. The human digestive system is approximately 900 centimeters long. Food is moved through the digestive tract primarily by blank. A, is it muscular contractions? B, bile produced by the pancreas? C, enzyme amylase and pepsin? Or D, hydrochloric acid by the stomach? Your answer is, or the answer is, the muscular contraction that push the food down. Okay, that's right. So let's have the next one. Digestive system is to absorbing nutrients. A circulatory system is to blank. A, removing nutrients. B, attracting nutrients. C, distributing nutrients. Or D, fighting infections. The answer is distributing nutrients. All right, very good. And number 9, which body system works together to protect body from pathogens? A, circulatory and immune. B, digestive and excretory. C, endocrine and reproductive. D, muscular and vascular. And the answer is the circulatory and our immune system. Next, let's down to the last one. All right. Your body needs to send urine out of the body. Which systems are involved? A, endocrine and excretory system. B, excretory and muscular systems. C, muscular and digestive system. D, nervous and endocrine system. Very obvious, guys. And the answer is the endocrine and excretory system. Okay, so how many did you get from our 10 evaluation or assessment? Who got 10? Okay, now whether you got it 10 or you have some mistakes, it's okay, all right? What you will do is, in case you don't understand some part of the lesson, just please feel free to get in touch with me in our group chat, or you can feel free to send me messages through my, direct message me through my messenger, okay? All right, so with this, great job, guys, and I know that you have exerted effort in this lesson. So for your home enrichment, I would like you to choose one organ system. In a long bond paper, write the different diseases that are associated with the system that you have chosen. Okay, so for example, you have chosen circulatory system, then you have to write down as many as diseases that are associated with this system. And for the second one, has something to do with the first one. In another long band paper, make a slogan for for your chosen organ system, conveying a message of its importance. You may use coloring materials and other recycled materials. So be creative. Okay, and take note, in writing your slogan, I would like you to use at least minimum of 5 words and up to maximum of 15 words. And please refer to the rubrics as your guide. So this is the rubric. Actually, guys, the rubric is found in your module on the second to the last part of your module. Okay, so I guess we're done with this afternoon session in Earth and Life Science. So once again, thank you so much. And this is Teacher Rochel Cedillo, Senior High School Teacher 2 of Cobol National High School, saying everybody please keep safe and God bless us all.
Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, San Carlinian learners. Airing live from the mango bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning into CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner.